Here's the new car on the block, ready to play the big numbers game in the entry-level segment. Here we go.
So this here is the Datsun Go, a car that's going to be priced below 4 lakh rupees and will compete with the Maruti Alto, the Eon and the Wagon-R. The car is big enough, but does it have what it takes to compete with the bigwigs in this segment?
At first glance, the car looks modern and bears a passing resemblance to its siblings from Nissan. But this Datsun Go is an ambitious car, one that is resurrecting the brand. Let's look at the advantages it has straight up. It's much bigger than its competitors. In fact, it has a 2450mm wheelbase that is bigger than some B-segment hatchbacks. If you look at the styling, you can see that the car doesn't look like it is built to a cost, except perhaps for the 13-inch wheels with 155 width tires. The swept-back headlamps, big, bold chrome-lined grille, and distinct creases on the side make it look quite premium. The rear too has pretty sober styling. It is fairly light for its size, weighing just 788 kilos, 70 kilos lighter than the Wagon-R. Step into the Datsun Go and you'll be surprised at the kind of space it offers. It can easily seat 5 and more. The front seats are kind of unique. It has what Datsun calls connected seats. The gear lever is on the dashboard, and so is the twist and pull type handbrake, freeing up floor space. Now the rear seat of the Datsun Go is fairly spacious, but it isn't that luxurious because you don't get things like rear power windows and you have static seat belts. And the AC doesn't really reach the rear occupants because of this little piece between the front seats. So it's not really that effective at the rear. Knee room is decent for an average sized adult, but when you have 6-footers up front, it's a little cramped. The boot is huge. It can store 265 liters of luggage, easily the best in class, and which is actually in premium hatchback territory. And with the seat folded flat, the space is more than doubled. Now let's get to the bits that are clearly missing. No cup holders in front, but there are bottle holders in the doors. There's no glove box, only a shelf to store your stuff. And there are no internally adjustable mirrors. Now what about the infotainment system in the Datsun Go? Basically it's got everything. GPS, Wi-Fi hotspot, 3G connection, internet radio, you name it, it's got it. Of course, it's limited by the capabilities of your smartphone because the Datsun Go has a system that connects to your phone directly. It doesn't have a system of its own. So whatever your smartphone can do, this system can do. Powering the Datsun Go is a 3-cylinder 1.2-litre petrol engine that it shares with the Nissan Micra. This engine, however, puts out 67 bhp of power and 104 Nm of torque, mated to a 5-speed manual transmission driving the front wheels. It has a fair bit of tech in it, such as a hydraulic clutch and a drive-by-wire throttle. Now this car has the longest wheelbase in its segment, and the suspension too is slightly different from what others in this segment have. However, you do feel a little of the undulations filtering into the cabin, especially on roads which are slightly undulating. But out on the highway, it has pretty decent ride quality. The gearshift is a bit notchy, but things are pretty sorted until the car gets beyond 100 km per hour, and it can do that in just 13.3 seconds. At high speed, you do hear a fair amount of wind noise reverberating in the sheet metal. But then, the Go is a city car, and if you keep it at sane speeds, you get fairly decent fuel economy of about 15 to 16 km to the litre, while claimed mileage is 20.6 km to the litre. The instrument panel is simple yet informative. It has a digital tachometer and multi-information display that shows you odometer, trip meter, distance to empty, instant fuel consumption, and average fuel consumption. The speedometer itself has unique gearshift points marked on it. So is the car worth its price tag? Sure, if you're looking for the biggest car you can buy at the lowest possible price, it really does meet those needs. It's spacious, it's fuel efficient, it feels good to drive. But a lot depends on how accepting entry-level buyers are of a brand they are not so familiar with.